I think that's probably where all the fish are hiding. Yep, I'm getting a bite. I got it. It looks like a rock bass. It is. That's a nice one too. Look at that one. That's the biggest one so far. I can smell the mustard in the hot sauce. It smells really good. All right, I just arrived at my fishing spot, and the plan for today is to do a rock bass catch and cook. In my last video, I fished in this spot, and I caught a lot of nice sized smallmouth and a lot of rock bass. I think I actually caught more rock bass than I did smallmouth, and I kind of regretted not bringing some of them home to eat, the rock bass. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook them with a recipe that was recommended by one of my viewers. I'm gonna dip the fish in egg, and then I'm gonna roll them in Louisiana hot sauce, or dip them in the hot sauce. Then I'm gonna coat them with yellow mustard. Then after that, I'm gonna roll them in Louisiana fish fry seasoning, and then I'm gonna deep fry them. I'm gonna make my way downstream and get set up, and we'll get started with the fishing. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw the worm way back there by the bank, and we'll see what happens. Right over there. There's a nice deep pool back in there. That might be where all the fish are hiding. I took quite a few casts right in here, and I had like one bite, and that was it. Yep, getting a bite right now. I got it. Whoa, that's a smallmouth. That's not a rock bass, but this is a nice fish. Nice jump too. Hopefully he doesn't get off. I don't want to pull too hard. I thought there'd be something back there because the water, you know, it's nice and shaded back there. Yeah, that's a nice smallmouth. Very nice. Oop. That's a nice one. A lot of weeds. Not bad at all. Eventually I want to take a smallmouth or two home and cook those, but today I really just want to try rock bass, and you can't take these legally right now anyways. I'm hoping that we can hook into a rock bass, because so far I have not caught any rock bass at all. I've actually been fishing for probably about 45 minutes. Fishing has overall been kind of slow up until this point. I'm thinking maybe the rock bass and the fish are hiding closer to the bank. Yep, I got a fish. I think that's a rock bass. It is. That's the first rock bass of the day. I'm looking to catch maybe like 5 of these, bring 5 home. That's the first rock bass. I wanted to catch one a little bit bigger. Brought my fish basket. Oh, here we go. I got it. What is it? It's a smallmouth. It's a little one. It's not what I'm looking for, but it's still fun. And I know smallmouth are supposed to be really good eating too. I've never eaten smallmouth before, but I know people who have, and I've been told that they're delicious. I definitely plan on doing that in a future video for sure. We'll see if there's anything, oh, there we go. I got one. Is that a rock bass? It is. It is. Okay, that's a little bit bigger than the other one I caught. That's the second one so far. I like how they have those dark colors on the bottom of the fin like that. Yep, I'm getting a bite. I got it. It looks like a rock bass. It is. That's a nice one too. Look at that one. That's the biggest one so far. That's number 3. There's a snake back there. I don't know if that shows up on camera or not. There's a, I don't know, it's a water snake way back by the bank, right behind my bobber right now. That's really cool. Here we go. And I think it's a smallmouth. Yeah, it is. It's not a rock bass. Rock bass isn't gonna be putting up a fight like this. And there's a log on the creek bottom over there. And I've caught fish over there before. I think there's some fish hanging around that log. I'll get him back into the creek. I just missed a fish right over there. I'm gonna try it right back in that same spot. The bobber was gone. I mean, it disappeared pretty quickly. Yep, again. Got him this time. It's a rock bass. But I'll throw them in the basket for now, and then if I catch more that are a little bit bigger than this one, I'll throw this one back. It might be about the same size as the first one I caught. Into the basket he goes. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the sound of that bird. Very peaceful place to fish. Right there was where I caught that rock bass. I'm gonna try to get the worm right between those branches again and get it closer to the bank. Right over there. Yep, there we go. I got one. I got one. Here's another rock bass. That's number 5. We'll get him into the basket. All right, well, fishing really slowed down, so I'm gonna make my way back and start cooking these fish. I'll show you what I got. These are all the rock bass I caught today. They're not huge, but for me, it's fine. It's enough food. For one person for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and get these back to the house and clean them, and we'll start cooking. I'm gonna try a Louisiana hot sauce recipe that was recommended by one of my viewers. What I'm gonna do is dip the fish in egg, then dip it in the hot sauce, then yellow mustard, and then roll them in the fish fry seasoning. I'm not gonna record me cleaning the fish because YouTube's kind of touchy about that sort of thing, so I'm just gonna show how they look after they're cleaned and rinsed off. And then I'll set up the deep fryer. All right, I just got done cleaning the fish. I rinsed them off really good. I gutted them, I removed the heads. I'm gonna cook them with the fins and the tails on. And obviously I removed the scales. And I think I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I threw that clip in there, but using a bottle cap works really well for removing scales. I attached it to the end of the stir stick. It's a quick way to remove scales. Dip it in the egg. And then I'm gonna dip it in the hot sauce. I'm gonna dip it in the mustard. Will this be nasty? I don't know. Maybe it'll suck. I've never tried this recipe before. But like I said, someone recommended it and said it's really good. And I like trying new things. If it sucks, I'll never do it again. I think this was the biggest one I caught. And then the hot sauce. Put a little more hot sauce in there. I don't think there's enough in there. Roll it in the mustard. I've watched other videos of people using yellow mustard for fish fries, and it's supposed to be really good. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these fish coated, and then I'll go outside and set up the deep fryer. I had a few people ask about the deep fryer that I use, and this is the Grandpappy by Presto. It's nothing special. It's a little small, but it gets the job done. Doesn't even have on and off switch or a temperature thermometer on it. You just plug it in and the oil starts heating up. So what I did was I bought a separate thermometer for deep frying, and then that way I can monitor the temperature of the oil so I know exactly what it is before I throw the fish in there. I'm using canola oil. I've never tried peanut oil before, but I might try that in the future. Here's how the fish look. All seasoned, ready to go. And I'm heating up the oil. And this time I'm using this drain pan instead of paper towels, which I should have done before because it prevents the fish from becoming soggy after you lay them on paper towels. They're like basically laying in their own grease. So at least with this, some of the grease will drain off into the bottom of the pan. and maybe be turn out a little more crispy. And for removing scales, this is a really awesome trick. Use a bottle cap if you've never tried it before. It removes the scales really fast, and it also doesn't make a huge mess. It doesn't like fling the scales all over the place like if you use a spoon. It makes a huge mess. This does not. And so try it. I put it on the end of the stir stick. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the fish in. I'm only gonna throw like 2 in there for now. I can smell the mustard in the hot sauce. It smells really good. So hopefully this turns out good. I think it probably will, but who knows? I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. Those look really good. They smell so good. I'm gonna cook those and then I'll cook the final fish. These are done. We just got one more. All right, that's the last fish. I'm gonna turn the deep fryer off and get these in the house and do a taste test. I'm gonna go ahead and eat the tail first. Yeah, it's really good. So far it tastes really good. I like the mustard and the sauce and the seasoning. I'm gonna break off some more meat with the fork. This is the second one. I already ate the first one, but you can see that meat there, how white that is, and this turned out super crispy. And I'm telling you, if you've never tried rock bass before, try it. They are good. I used to eat these when I was a kid. Me and my dad would go out on the lake and catch a bunch of rock bass, and then my mom would we would do a fish fry, and they're delicious. They're just as good as bluegill or crappie. And I've had people leave comments in other videos like why I put hot sauce on here and all this other stuff on fish, but you can still taste the fish. It just adds extra flavor. It turned out super crispy, and it's like a flavor explosion with the mustard and the seasoning and the hot sauce and everything. Next time I'd like to catch some that are a little bit bigger, because this was the biggest one I caught, and you can see that there's a lot more meat on this one. The other ones are a lot smaller. There's not as much meat on them. I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of these fish. I'm really hungry. It's been a long day and it's already like almost 8:30 at night. I'm having a late dinner here, but leave a comment. Let me know how you like to cook rock bass. Let me know if you've ever even eaten rock bass before. I know they're not really as common to eat as like bluegill or crappie. I know like most people want to eat bluegill or crappie or another fish, but there are a lot of people that eat rock bass, and there's also a lot of people that don't know that rock bass are delicious. So give it a try and try whatever recipe you like. This one I thought was pretty good. I would definitely do it again. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.